Welcome to the dynamic learning hub of XLR at Andheri East. A prime spot conveniently located at just a 5-minute walk from LIC Andheri Metro. In our journey of over a decade, we have proudly trained over 2 lakhs. We've also been recognized by Deloitte, Silicon India, and other accreditation bodies. Experience learning like never before in our spacious and comfortable classrooms. With high-definition projectors and state-of-the-art acoustics in place, we ensure effective learning even to the farthest point in the room. The hybrid mode is a game changer as you can enjoy the benefits of a live classroom from the comfort of your home. Even if you happen to miss any classroom session, you can still attend the same session with the same trainer at the same time at your convenience, maintaining consistency in your learning progress. Wanna get started? Join us for a demo or career chat over a cup of coffee at our Andheri branch. XLR. We don't just train, we build careers.
Yes, so the collaboration with XLR was an excellent one. We conducted a Power BI workshop with Advanced Excel over a span of 3 days. The workshop was almost 12 hours long in total. Mr. Karthik, who was an amazing trainer, helped the students understand the concepts deeply. I am sure that the students will be able to apply these concepts in their careers as well as their daily lives.
The trainer, Mr. Karthik, was an excellent person where he explained in very detailed manner on how to give great insights using very complex data sets.
So it was a machine learning workshop. We learned a lot from the course and it was a great experience attending the workshop.
The trainer was very helpful. He had a hands-on approach with his teaching and it was fabulous.
This was a great experience for me. So I would absolutely love it if XLR and its team would come again to our campus and conduct more events like this.
It was a great course and it started from basics and took me to a great extent.
The experience of the workshop was really nice. The feedback from all the students was positive. They understood the concept. The workshop was also practical based with some questions. The experience with XLR was very smooth. They helped us in conducting the workshop smoothly right from the booking of the vendor and deciding the course till the distribution of certificates. In overall, this workshop was a success during our Technical Fest Atmos, and I thank XLR for being a part of it.
Good evening, all. I hope you all doing well.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yeah, good evening, sir. Sir, you can take over the class.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Uh, in yesterday classes, we exploit Metasploitable by using different type of vulnerabilities. Good evening, Mayur Krishna. Good evening to all of you. So in yesterday classes, we actually exploit Metasploitable using different type of vulnerabilities. Like we use bind shell, we use telnet, we use VSFTPD, we use Samba version. So we exploit Metasploitable by the four different exploits and four different vulnerabilities. Today we are going to see more vulnerability and we are going to see how we can exploit more times. See, sometimes what happened, we actually don't find vulnerability. So sometimes actually happens that you don't able to find vulnerability in a particular operating system. So what then? If you see, for example, just let me start my Metasploit. Just give me a second. Right now I'm starting my Metasploit and Linux operating system. Just give me a second. Just wait a second and we'll start. See, sometime what happened whenever you are scanning a target, for example, you somehow break the firewall and you gather all the information of a Windows 11 machine. But suppose when you are scanning the Windows 11 machine, the Windows 11 machine is completely up to date. That's why you are not able to find any type of vulnerability on the service versions. Maybe all the versions were fully secured and there was not a single vulnerability available. So at that time, what you have to do? You have two options. The first is to find a zero-day vulnerability. I think all of you remember in the first class I already taught you about the zero-day vulnerability. These vulnerabilities are not discovered or not found till you found. In simple terms, it is a vulnerability which you are going to find on the real time that was not available at the time you will find. So zero-day vulnerability is like very big problem because it will take sometime months, years to find a single vulnerability. Because when you're finding a zero-day vulnerability, you research the code, you understand the code, then you try to find any bugs in code, and then you use these bugs to create a payload, then attack, and then you get access. So zero-day vulnerabilities are very tough. And the second way is to perform a brute force attack. So brute force attack is basically easy compared to zero-day vulnerability. But the problem is in brute force attack is, let me open my notepad. So I'm easy to tell you. This is not notepad. Let me just open it. Here you can see the one with notepad. So what is actually a brute force attack? Brute force attack. See, as it names clear, it is two terms, combination of two terms. The first is brute and second is force. And this really must power up by applying power. So what does this mean by applying power? See, in brute force, what we do, suppose we have a file, like I have a file, for example, I have a login page, I have target.com, and I want to get whole information or I want to get access in target.com. So what I do, I have a password file, suppose pswd.txt. This is a password file which contains all the passwords which I think may be a true password for this particular website. So I'll first create a password.txt for my guest. So I'll create 5 passwords. Suppose just to make this bigger, little bigger. Just make it a little bigger. Okay. So right now what we are going to do, we are going to create a password.txt. So in password.txt, I've created a password like user. This is my one password. I will create a password like 12345. I will create a password like query. I'll create a password like admin. I'll create a password which may be simple as password even. I'll create a password is like auth. I'll create a password like suppose administration, no, hello. Maybe this is the password I think. So this is they are the passwords which I created. Here you have seen that we have created some passwords, but these are limited passwords. They are only, I think, just let me count. They are only limited password like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 passwords. You created multiple passwords. You create millions of passwords. There is no foundation you create. And one more thing, everyone is mindset how we are going to create millions of passwords. Don't worry, in Linux we have already the list, so we don't need to really create. Password creation is like we perform. See, we perform brute force well when we have the knowledge of password. For example, you know darket.com, you know what is the basic credibility or what is the basic possibility of this particular thing to be a password. For example, if a college has a website, then the maximum chance the password will be their college name, their vice principal name, their founder name, their location name. You can make like 100 or 200 combinations of password by combining these words. And we have different websites which creates multiple passwords by giving some hints. So if you can give some hints like username and other things, they will create simply multiple passwords. So this is what happened. So right now, suppose I have some passwords like this, which I guess maybe there is one password correct for this particular website. And the next thing is I have a user account information. For example, I have some user account info. I know in between some users may be true. For example, just create my user. For example, I know that maybe a user 123 will be there. Maybe a user 2 will be there. Maybe there is an admin. I think maybe there is a VC, VCPI. Maybe there is a super admin. Maybe there is a super admin. Maybe something, for example, capital A admin. Sometimes this thing work also. So I think these are the basic user IDs. I just think I don't have any idea that this may be true or this may be false. But I just created a list of passwords and username. And I know that one of these combination will be true for this target.com. I'll just guess it. So brute force is just guessing. Brute force is not a proper attack. It's just guessing. You are just guessing the password of a particular person. Like, suppose if your phone have 3 digits of password or 4 digits of password. If your phone has suppose 4 digits of PIN, for example, just let me get. If your phone have 4 digits of PIN, suppose four. If your phone has 4 digits of PIN, then can you tell me how much combination will be created from these 4 digits of numbers? You guys tell me how much total number of combinations created with the 4 digit numbers. If a pin, if a phone, or if a laptop, and if any security device that 4 digit number pin, then can you tell me how much combinations will be created for this particular device? Can you tell me how many combinations will be created for this particular device? Guys, can I get the information how many total combination will be created? 999, very good. Actually 10,000. You can also add this too. 4 zeros too. If you add 4 zeros, then it will be 10,000. So there are total 1,000 combinations, 10,000 possible combinations will be made, which is start from your 000 to 999. So they are the combination, and there may be one number which is correct for this particular phone. So if I try all these 10,000 passwords for this four digit number pin, then maybe there is chance that I will get the right password. But it will take very much time if I do it manually. Like I'll take the phone and if I try continuously, then it will take much more time. So what we are going to do? It will take like a full day or maybe 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. I don't know. Also, I need to record everything. We use now brute force attacking tools to simply attack target and get information about the target. Right now, this is same as this. So you see, we have combination. Right now, same here goes for this. We have some user ID and we have some passwords. So what we do in brute force, suppose I'm trying to brute force on target.com. So first I'm going to try again target.com slash admin. This is maybe their admin page. This is target.com and this is admin, their admin page. And I want to brute force it on this particular page. Remember, you can brute force on a, if you want to brute force on a website, you need to specify the page or admin page where you want to perform the brute force. Otherwise, it will not be done. So you can see here target.com admin. So first, what I do, I'll use this user with this user one. I'll use this username password. Here you can say user one with the password user.txt. If this was right, give me answer. If not, then try user one with 1235. If this was wrong, just give me the answer. No, then try this user one with this quality. If this is wrong, okay. If this is also not wrong, go try with user one with admin. If admin was also not wrong, then try this user one with password. And this is also not wrong, try this user one with auth. And this is also wrong, try this username with hello. So what we are going to simply do, we are going to try every username with every single password. And at the time we expect that maybe there are some username, we know that these are usernames, and we know there is one password is correct. So when we try all this combination, we find the real authentication. So this is how brute force done. Maybe you can't find any of username or password. Maybe this all is wrong. So brute force is just try and luck method. It is not a complete method unless you have a very high expectation or you have a very high knowledge about they may be the passwords. For example, in today's world, 90% time brute force works. Why? See, for example, if you have Instagram and I want to guess the password of your Instagram account. First of all, I need to know what is your name. I know where you belongs to, which person you belongs to, where you born, what school do you go, what type of friends do you have, what is your date birth, what is your mother name. So if I have all your personal information, then I am able to get try to perform a brute force. Right? Because 90% of time we set password like our name at the rate 123. We set password at the rate our date of birth. We set our mother name, our father name, our beloved's name at the rate our name. So we are setting password like this. Sometimes we set our password like a name number. Sometimes we set password like our favorite characters. So the password whichever we set is 90% times, according to the server, 90% of passwords are the user's name or their beloved's name. So if a person gets all the information, they are simply able to brute force on a particular system and try to get your account info. So this is how brute force will be actually happening. First, you need to get the whole information or whole chances that this is the password. Then you use all the hint names to create a password list, which may be 1000, 2000, 3000. You can use different websites which was available for creating passwords by giving hints. So you can just Google it, creation of password by hints, and you will find multiple things. So right now we are going to see how we are going to perform brute force attack on a real target. First of all, let me open my Linux already open. I need to open the Metasploitable, and we are going to see how we are going to perform brute force attack on a real target. First, let me open the effect, Kali, and this is Kali. One more question I want to ask all of you, guys. Do you think that performing brute force on a particular, say, suppose on Instagram is possible or not? Can you tell me? Performing brute force attack on an Instagram login page for a user ID is possible or not? If you want to try, suppose if I give you a username, for example, just let me. If I give you a username like this, just give me a example. If I give you a username like test underscore 123 test-123. This is the username, and I will tell you that maybe, and I will give you 100 passwords, 100 passwords, 100 PSW, and I want you to say, and also you see that one password is correct for this particular username. Can you guys tell me, is performing brute force on this particular target is possible or not on Instagram? Remember, this is happening on Instagram.com, Insta.com, Instagram. Com. Is this possible or not? Can I know, guys? Is this possible or not? Is this happened or not? Can I get a quick response in the chat box? I want to know that you guys, what do you think? Is this possible on Instagram.com or not? Yes, it's possible. And How many else think that it is possible, and how many else think this is not possible? Give a response in the chat box, guys. Don't think so. Suraj Pawar, you don't think so. Okay, very good. Anyone else who can respond it? Does anyone know it is possible or not? Can I get a response from you? Aditya, yes, it is possible. Very good. Yes, 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 it is. Just raise your hands. I want to see how many of, if you listen me, how many of you think it is possible to perform brute force on Instagram if I give you a username and 100 correct password list? How many of you think it is possible, and how many of you think it is not possible? Who think it is possible? Just raise your hand. Four, five, six. How? I think six of people, six, seven. I'll give you a 2 minute time. Just raise your hand, and after we are going to see that this is possible or not. So I think these students think 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, 12 people, 12, 12. So I think 12 people think that it is possible. Nilaksh Modi, not possible. Very good, Nilaksh Modi. See, performing on brute force is like what I say in the starting. When you want to perform brute force, what actually happens? See here. Still, you change IP each time. Nilaksh, sorry. Very good, Nilaksh. This is a very good response from you. Until you change your IP each time. Very good. See what is happening here. Let me tell you something. What I get? Pixel is used for. Very good. Vamish, you also I think used multiple times of Linux already. Are you guys Nilaksh Modi and Paisal? Are you even try to perform brute force on Instagram? I think you will try once. Are you guys try it? Are you guys tried even once to do this or not? Yeah, I know Paisal. What I'm asking, Vamish, from you that you even tried to perform a brute force attack on Instagram or not for a particular username ID, just for educational person. Are you ever tried? Nilesh Modi maybe no. Means Nilesh Modi will be performed. Okay. Let me tell you what happened. See, when you're performing brute force on Instagram account, see what is actually happening. Suppose this is Instagram account. Let me open an account so you can easily see. So if I open an Instagram account, I want to just demonstrate you account, not on Notepad. So if I just open Instagram login page, so this is Instagram.com. Just login, just open. This is login page. Okay. So right now, see, I have in a login page. This is a authentication Instagram login page. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to give a simple, for example, a ID name, which is my real ID. Instagram. No, I'm not giving it. I'm just giving another ID. I'm not giving it. ADITY underscore A 283631. This is the ID. I don't know. Just give something more interesting. This is a random Instagram ID. Now see what happened. If I try a password, suppose I know that the password will be 1234200. I know that this will be from 100 to 1000. So suppose 1234. I try a password 4567. Let's try and see what happened. Help us to confirm you. Wait a second. Is this right? I don't know what happened to me. I think by defaultly I just put it some right password for a random Instagram account. Just do it. Again, just randomly pick ID name. I just don't know what I do. Varsha underscore 20563. Now I just want to type password, any password. Just try to log in. See, sorry, your password was incorrect. Please double check. I think the first time I will randomly put a right password for a right Instagram account. See, this is what happening. This is what I'm telling you. Do you guys see? This is what I'm telling you. Sometime what happened? Maybe 90% of what I password put it here. It was like 12345, and the password is wrong, right? See, 90% of people chooses the password like 123456, 1234567 8. So this is what happening. What I'm telling you, the password is very unsecure for every people because people don't usually change passwords. So I'm just leaving that account. So see, we have an ID. So if I tried one password, then if I suppose try it again, see what your password is again wrong two times. Now I'm going to try on third times. I'm just put to some random password. It will still give me. See, now I'm going to try fourth times. See what happened. Still I don't get. Now what happened if I try fifth time? Just simply see. Again I will not getting. Right now what happened? This particular account was blocked because I tried multiple times of logging. So if I right now just put right password, it also give me a verification. And you need to perform verification to log in this particular account because there was multiple times of attempt was happened on there. Also, if you see on this account, there is nothing happening. So if I do again, you can see. I'll just do it again for you. Just give me a second. So here you can see if I click on login, you can see there is nothing happening on here because this was not actually happening. So if I give you another username, so for example, this is a username. If I give a password like this, see now if I click on login, say I'll again get wrong. So what happened when you give multiple time wrong password, the particular username and the authenticity was increased, and it known that it was tried multiple time miscellaneous information. So what it simply does, it simply block after 20 or 25 attempts. After 20 and 25 attempts, simply the Linux or you can say the Instagram will block this particular IP which was currently using for accessing the Instagram account. And after that particular time, what happened? When the real person whose the ID is, if he tried to log in on the particular website, he faces a problem. He need to verify himself first. So performing brute force on Instagram is not possible because when you are performing brute force, Instagram has some features, anti brute force methods. These anti brute force methods are same. Just give me an example. And just let me show you something. Suppose this is your target machine, which is A, and you are trying to attack on Instagram with multiple IPs like this is Instagram.com, Instagram.com, and you are trying to attack on Instagram.com with multiple username and password. So maybe the first password you try was wrong. Instagram gives you a result that this is not true. Not true. You get no. Then again you try to attack on same thing. Again A perform a same scan on again Instagram.com, and again you get no. This is the second attack, and you need to perform more than 100. So what he does, he did perform more than suppose 20 or 30 times. He performed more than 20 to 30 times. He just simply performed more than 30 to 20 times. So what happening here? When he performed, Instagram see that this IP already tried for this particular name, this IP already tried for this particular name. So when it see more times, what it simply do, it simply block the IP address of A, and now A is not able to access. So it does not block IP address of A permanently. It block for a short period of time, or you say like 30 minutes, 50 minutes, or 1 hour or 2 hours. So right now A is not able to access Instagram for the 1 hour because his IP was changed, unless A has some other plans in mind. If A uses proxy chain method, what it uses? It uses proxy chain method. Proxy chain method. Chain method, or you can say in simple terms, IP chain method. If A uses these techniques, so at that time see what happens. If A uses proxy chain method or IP chain method, what happens? After every 4 attempts or 3 attempts, the IP will automatically change for the brute force attack. So when four attempts happen, the IP address of the particular target, or I mean say the, you can say the attacker, after every 5 minutes, the attacker's IP will be changed. So Instagram is not able to identify that this person is belong to this. For example, for the first 5 attacks, my IP address is from belongs to India. From the first next 5 attack, my IP address belongs to China. The next 5 maybe belongs to Shanghai. The next 5 maybe belongs to Kuwait. So after every 5 to 6, 7 attacks, my IP was simply changes. But still there is a chance. You are not completely trusted on IP. See, there is one more thing which is available on internet, which is your MAC address. So using proxy chain method or IP chain method alone may not solve your brute force problem. You will still block because your MAC was just configured or binded with your IP address. So every time the different IP go, but the MAC was same. For example, suppose there was a vote was happening in your city, and you need to choose a party. So there was a party who is doing some miscellaneous act. What they do, they simply make a same person go for voting 20 times and he can vote it. So when he first time go, he wear a normal shirts, he can go. Second time he just change his look, he can also go. Third time he will go. Fourth time he will go. Fifth time he will go. But do you think there are people who just identify the person because every time his height was same, his body posture was same. So every time just his clothes was changing, not his body posture. As same as in this time. Every time the IP was changes, but the MAC was remain same. So it was easily identified and blocked. So what we need to do, we also need to change our MAC every time. So we also need to use MAC changers. Remember those who says on Instagram that changing your IP every second cannot find you, it is like bullshit. People still find you if they get 5 to 6 IP and if they just match and if they find your MAC, he is simply able to find you. So we also need MAC changes. If we have both of these two things, at that time we are able to identify and try to perform brute force attack on any particular website. So first we need the proxy chain method, then second we need the MAC changer. So then we are able to perform brute force attack on Instagram. Otherwise, if we don't use both of these techniques, we don't use these techniques, we are not able to perform brute force attack on Instagram.com or any other big websites which have very high security concerns. So I think now everyone has understand when you are able to perform brute force attack on Instagram. Does anyone have any doubts? Does anyone have any? One more question. How many of you guys used password managers files or there was an app which coming for password managing? It has access to your all passwords. How many of you has used these type of applications? Can I get? Can I know? Now I'm going to log into my MSF admin. MSF admin. MSF admin. Just MSF admin. MSF admin. Now we are logging to MSF admin. I'm just opening here. I have configured. Now you see we have IP address 192.168.131.89. You see every time when I log into Metasploit, my IP address was changed. Remember what I said in the first class? Your IP was continuously changing. It will not remain same because it is a dynamic IP, not a static IP. Right now I need to log into my Kali Linux. I'm right now in my Kali Linux operating system. So first I'm going to here open a terminal here. Just make it a little bit bigger. I think it is able to see you right now. So I'm going to use a function name. First I'm going to scan nmap, a service version scan to get information, and I don't know, and I want to check what is the IP. You can use the net discover tool to see the IP. I'm not using, but you can use net discover tool to find IP. Not you directly go to the operating system and see the IP. You need to use the net discover tool. So 192.168.138, basically 192.1. Just I don't know here. Just 192.168. Dot. I don't think so. This is a little bit sometimes confusing. 192.168.131.131.255. So this is basically a scan. I'm just going to simply perform a scan. I think, oh, just wait a second. I think my internet was disconnected from here. Oh, right now it was connected again. Why this is happening, I don't. Just use my ping 1.1.1.1. Which transferring data. Then what's what happening? Oh yeah, I understand why this was not happening. Just let me clear the screen first, guys. I just write the wrong IP address. After 131, this is not 255. This is actually 89. So if I click here, right now the scan will start, and I will open my brute force attacking tool. So right now we have multiple tools to perform brute force attack. Like here, when you come, you have seen these tools. We have Quell, we have Crunch, we have Hashcat. Hashcat is basically one of the most popular tool, and we are going to see how we use Hashcat to break passwords. Hashcat is basically used for password breaking, not used for brute force attack. We have also Hydra. This is one of the most popular. Hydra and Medusa is most popular tools, and John the Ripper. I'm not comparing these all. These all are the most popular tools of their time. Hydra is John Ripper, the most oldest tool. Then it's come Medusa. Then after Hydra, then we have Hashcat. After we have Squell. We have NC crack, we have op crack, we have word list. Word list is basically have a files of multiple files like millions of passwords. Just let me open it and I will show you. Here you can see there are multiples of passwords. Like here you can see you find it multiple password like SQL map text, different things. So you can find dictionary word list txt files here like. So if I just open for you a single file, just let me open a single file for you. I want to show you what is this look like. Just let me open this any file. Do you want to know? I don't want to extract right now new this information. I just simply copy a single file name and just I want to navigate. No, I just need to cut it out here. I'm just showing you where the passwords is happening. So just let me come here again. So CD, I just know to paste clipboard. I just need to go there. Control shift. I think you are able to see this. So if I am right now here, if I see here ls, you can see we have some type of text files. So if I open any file, you can see we have subdomains top mail 11,000 text. So if I just open for you one single file, so this is for those who think where we can get these files, this username files, this password file. I'm just showing a single file. There are more than 100 and 200 files like this available on your Linux operating system. So just opening this nano. I'm just using cat right now. I'm not going to use nano. So simply cat and paste the option. And if I click here, you see the file. See, these are the files or you can say subdomains name which was available for this time. And this is I think now more than 10 lakhs which was available right now. You can see here. So if you see, just let me open it again. You can see here there are not even a single, there are billions of password list was created here. You can see there. And this is also there are some passwords, imagination. I don't know how many. This is very much. This is maybe a lakhs of right now. Just make it a little bit smaller. I just want to go a little bit above. So I think you guys already see, and you can find these things on. Just let me make this screen clear. Clear. You can find this on this user share emails word list. Here you can find all this information. And if you click again on here ls, you can see these are different things. You have subdomain list, you have subdomains, top one mail list, top one mail list. Like this is 10, 100,000, 10,000 lakh. This is like 1 lakh 10,000. So these are the information. Here we have Firefox, Hostflex, we have JDs, we have different word lists are available. Also, if I go back a little bit, you can see different word lists like more. Like if I click here ls, you can see we have word list, and if in word list we have different things. So you can use different things. I have again clicked to on CD because right now we in emails. So if I go again on back, and if I right now click on here ls, you can see we have some different operating. So in this user set, you can find multiple types of information. Like every tool was available there. You can see we have John, which is John the Ripper basically. We have Java wrapper, we have JavaScript. We have different things. So what we need, everything was available in our say, in our particular thing tools. So you don't need to be worried. You just simply go to use and perform it. And where you can find it, if you are not using this type of things, just simply go to here, click on this password attacks and go to this word lists, and you can find all the basic word lists. So right now if I show you some word list more, then I'm just wait you so some more word lists. Like here you can see we have fun Wi-Fi. For Wi-Fi we have some word list. Do you want to see guys what is the word list for fun Wi-Fi? Just let me open this. I'm just going to open this. I'm just going to copy this. I'm going to open in another terminal. Just open me another terminal. I'm again going to just clear the screen. Just let me clear. Now just navigate to the directory, just paste clipboard, and now if I click here, right now I am in the Fun Wi-Fi Cracker. See what is Fun Wi-Fi Cracker? Fun Wi-Fi Cracker is a tool which was used for bypassing Wi-Fi. If I go here like wireless attacks, you can see here Fun Wi-Fi Cracker. So the password list which you see right now is a part of this Fun Wi-Fi Cracker. When we use this particular tool, this password is already you can say imported at this particular tool. I'm just showing you what type of password is available. So if I click here ls, you can see we have comment.txt. Now if I just open for you this cat common.txt, COMMON dot txt, and if I click here, see we have some passwords which is basically very common for IP address, like see a abc123 acc access admin123. So these are the passwords which you think is basically for a particular Wi-Fi. Like you have see inquiry now enter API routers. So these are the basic password. We think there is a chance that maybe this will be right or wrong. Super admin symbol. We have some password, but this is not too much. This is maybe I think 100, 200, or 1,000 passwords. But we also have millions of passwords. Like just show me again some more password lists. I'm just showing, like here you can see fun Wi-Fi. Here we have the John Ripper list, John Ripper password list. As I already told you, John Ripper is one of the most popular tools which was used for breaking password. As you see here, I'm again due to password attacks, and here you can see the John the Ripper. So the list you are going to see right now is the part of the John Ripper tool, and the John Ripper tool which automatically imported all the passwords when it was used. So if I go again here, and if I clear cd to navigate the directory, I just simply paste it here, and if I click here, just open cd user password list. I don't know why user shares John password. Why this is not happening? Just let me clear it from. Just let me back cd again. Cd double dot. Just give me a second, guys. I think now I want to know what is this user share for Wi-Fi? Where is this John? User share John password dot list. I think I'm just going to on John passwords. So if I just now user share John, if I click here ls, I want to see here John. You guys see John. I want EF. If I go right here, EF. Here you can see we don't see the John thing right here. I think here is a John. I want to first go to the John. So if I go to here from CD John, no, what I think I'm listening. I think I'm writing the line Gohn. Oh, this is wrong. Just let me write a right name, which is Gohn. So if I type CD John, right now I'm John, and if I click here ls, we have here some type of files which was used for this. So there are some Python files, but we are different searching for some txt files. So I want to see some txt files. I'm not able to find right now here. John py pycatch. I'm not able to find any. John py. I think I'm not able to right now find the file names, and right. I think I'm in wrong directory. Just let me check the directory again. It said it was in John list. Oh wait, it was in John dot list. I think I'm not able to find this one. I so there are different files. I think sometime I'm not able to find. Right now I'm not able to find that. I think maybe next time I will be able to find. But this is how you can find the word list. So there are different word lists, and you can say get the all type of information. To enter extract word list, I just simply click here. Sudo password for Kali. Just simply enter the password. Now it just simply ask you word list. I want to use this particular John list. I want to say this. So I just simply copy here and just simply put there. Just paste clipboard, and I want to see this. Permission denied. It was saying permission was denied. I need to put sudo here. Sudo not sudo. Now I just want to see. I think this was not able to right now. I'm opening. You can find it there. This was some problem I think facing. I don't know why. So here you can find all the passwords which was used for performing different type of attacks. You can find millions of passwords and billions of usernames on there. There are more than millions and billions of. If they keep weak passwords, it's easy to crack the password. Yeah, this is very. So it is true. Sometimes the right password is shown wrong for security purposes. See, I don't face this type of problem, but yeah, this is happening sometimes. Not every time, but sometime in very crucial way. And it was not happening on big platforms. It was happening like a small platform, and it was basically a misconfiguration. If you what happening actually on security reasons, if you read, if I for example you just see I will try a random password as a random username, just see when I try 5 times what happened. Instagram just noted that this particular account was targeted by multiple times. So the next time when I tried, the real person was trying to log in, Instagram does not log in him directly. What he does, as you see, when I log into that particular account, you see I misconfigurationally enter the right password. I don't know 1 2 3 4 5 6 is his password. I just simply enter 1 2 3 4 5 6, and I'm able to log in. So this is what a true, or you can say a false login look like. So if you have, so what happened? When the next time the real person log in, it will give him information like you need to first verify yourself. So when he verifies, then he able to log in. Otherwise, he is not able to log in. This is not happening in real time. So this is actually a test. Now we are going to see our attacks. How we are going to perform attack. So we are going to use the login. Here you can see we have some information like 22 TCP Open SSH. So we have Open SSH 4.7 P1 Debian Ubuntu. As in starting, remember what I tell you. SSH is basically you can say login tool, which is used for secure shell login. Now I am just interested that this particular SSH is vulnerable or not. I just copy here and go to user search exploit and see that this particular SSH is vulnerable or not. So if I just simply click here and use my search exploit tool, search exploit, and simply if I press like here the password name, see what happens. Yeah, very good. The SSH is basically vulnerable. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to perform a particular, see, here they are the vulnerabilities, but we are not going to perform vulnerabilities. And also one more thing, you see there are no any RB files, means there is no any metasploitable attack. So what we are going to do, we are going to perform a vulnerability, sorry, a brute force attack, because we already know that this particular version of SSH is vulnerable. And we see here as username enumeration. It is basically means username, trying username or brute force attack. So what we are going to do, we are going to cast a brute force attack on this particular target using the Metasploit tool. So what I'm going to do, I'm opening the MSF console again. So right now my MSF console is just opening, and I want to see in MSF console how I'm going to attack this. Just give me a second, guys. So my Metasploit wall is open. Right now I'm going to first something. As you remember today, we are going for something like we need login. So what where we know get the login? We need for this. So first of all, you need to search for a specific thing. We don't know what you need. You need to search. Remember what I tell you. Here we are performing a brute force attack. Remember, auxiliary modules are sometimes uses for this type of attack, because remember, auxiliary is for scanning, sniffing, and they are performing brute force and different other things. So what we are going to do, we are going to see auxiliary modules. So first you need to type search auxiliary search, then you need to type where you want to find. I want to find in auxiliary modules. So auxiliary, then in auxiliary modules, I want to find for SSH. This is what I want to find. And if I click here, search, I think I made a wrong thing. I just like, let me do this, and maybe this time. Why I'm not finding? Just make this first. Just I want to come on auxiliary. Hey, wait a second. What I'm doing? I'm just saying thing. I'm searching something wrong. I something search like. Just give me a second, guys. I want to search a proper thing. I don't know what I'm searching right now. So I need to search like something. Wait a second. I think I know what it's checking. I know I need to search auxiliary scanners here. Scanner. I need to find for SSH. No, I don't find this. Also, just let me go and see for search for SSH. SSH login. Now maybe I will get some information. See, sometimes you don't get results because sometimes we don't get results. We just basically searching for getting information. Like in first form, I'll just search auxiliary SSH. I don't get it. In the second, I'll search auxiliary SSH. I think misconfiguration in auxiliary. I don't always get. But when I try this, Sorry for the disturbance. Am I clear to all of you? What happened? Just kidding. Search auxiliary. I think I miswrite it. Am I right? I think just let me see. Maybe I've just write the spelling wrong. I don't know. Just let me see. I'll write the EUXILIE. No, I think I will write the thing right. Search auxiliary. Okay, we find the thing. We what we need. I search simply for search SSH login, and we get two things. See, first what we get auxiliary scanner SSH logging scanner, and second we get. Am I wait a second? Am I clear to all of you, or is my voice just I'm muted? Just a minute. Is my voice clear to all of you, or it is all lagging right now? Is my voice clear to all of you guys? Are you able to hear me or not? Can I get a response? Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Amish. Thank you, Shaloni Sao. Right now, I'm going to here, and we see we have two types of attack for SSH login. So what we have basically, we have both our auxiliary modules. They are nothing but auxiliary modules. First is auxiliary scanners, SSH login, and second is also SSH login. But here we say public key login scanner. But we don't need this type of, we need simple login scanners. So I'm going to use this first one. I'm just clicking here, use, and zero, click on zero and see. Now this was set. I want to see what is this actually login is means. What is this particular scanner and what is this particular exploit is simply means. So if I click here, simple show info, you can get this like information. Here you can see the description which says this module will test SSH logging of range of machines and report successful logins. If you loaded a database plugin and connected to a database, this module will record successful login and host so you can try to your access. It simply means you can try multiple username and password to a SSH login and see that maybe there was a login and password was matched for this particular target and you get information. Here we get the information what things was required for this. And as you see, we need more things. First thing, here you say required and current setting false. Anonymous login false. Let us simply say it is false, but we need to make true. So the login which was done on the device which was not traceable. Second thing which was logged is brute force speed. So how fast to brute force from 0 to 5? We just make 5. We make the most 5 speedest thing, which will be 5. It will be start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The second required thing is like here say we don't have need these things. Here, yes, the target host or our host means where you want to perform the brute force. In our case, we need to perform the brute force on the metasploitable. So our target is the metasploitable IP address. Now we have the target port on which port this is happening. So remember here you see 22 ports. As you all see, brute force was also always done on specific ports or on the port the particular service was running. Just come here and see on this port. Okay, so right now it was also on 22 TCP open SSL. So we are able to perform this attack. So 22 is okay, so we don't need to change this. Stop guessing when a calendar was for host. Let's say when a particular suppose that username and password, just let me show you. Suppose this is what happening here. Suppose what happening here, when user one try with user password, it will say wrong. When user one try with 12345, it will say wrong. When user one try with query, it will say wrong. When user one try with admin, it will also say wrong. But when user one try with password, it will say true. But are you going to stop it right now? No. I want to see what are the total amount. Does user one also get with auth or hello? Or does user two have any password with these? Or admin have any password with this? So if I get all the username and password, I have more information. So it just will simply say when a particular username guesses the right password, should it stop or it will continue going. So here you can say we just simply check here false. We don't need to false. We need to say false on every target attempting. We need to try every single combination. The number of current head max one per host. We just simply need to note choose. This is basically one or two. No, right now, and the second thing, we need something here like this. A user pies file. We need these files. We have two things. You can say I have two files which I need. Just let me open the. See here you can see we have a pass file and we have set a user pass file. Remember here you can see the pass file and here you can see some files and I don't want you to be confused. The user file is different, user pass file is different, and pass files are different. Pass files are those files which have passwords. User files are those files which have username, but user pass files are different. User pass file have contain both passwords and username. As you see here, what is that? A specific see file containing user and password separated by space, one pair per line. So we need to use this here a user file containing username one per line, and we need to create a pass file containing passwords one per line. So first of all, we need to create two things. One is username and one is password. So let's just create a username, a user file, and a pass file. Just open a text editor, and I'm going to create a user files and a pass files. First of all, nano, and I'm going to create a pass file like password psw password.txt file, and I'm just going to create some passwords like, for example, admin 123, admin 321, super admin, user. And right now I need to put up the right password of the MSF admin of the my Metasploit, which is MSF admin. Then I try some other password like authentication or like Aditya, which is my name, Mark. I think these may be password, and I just save this. This is like here you can say most, I think 2 4 6 8 password, but real time this will be very much. As you can see in the password list, there are more than a lakhs of username and password is available. So just save this, which is for control and O. Just no need to change the name. Just get outside. And if you see here, your password psw.txt was created. Now I need to create another file which is like oh, this is password. Again, the next thing I want to create like a username file, basically a username.txt. So what is my username? My username will be suppose that Mark Ruffalo, Mark Steve, maybe uh, suppose that I like Johnson, like administrator, trader, like real name, which is I want to put also the real name, which is MSF admin, super admin. So I'll just put this type of username. I'll just put this username. I think maybe there was one username is correct. I just need to save this. So it's first control and O, just control plus O, then save the file, then control X. Now we have saved all these two files. So if I click here ls, you can see we have the psw.txt and we have the steps username.txt. So we have both files. Now we have created our password file and username file. Right now what we are going to do is specifying these files. Okay. Does anyone have any doubts on creating the files? Please ask me. Does anyone have any doubts on creating the pass files or username files? Just three questions. Let me see your question. Yes, sir. Does anyone have any problem creating the password file or username file? Please ask it. Or are you able to create it? Does you guys have any problem on creating password files or username file or you are able to create it? Ramesh, are you able to create it? Anyone else? How many of you able to create the password files? Can I get a quick response in the chat box? How many of you are able to create it? I think everyone is cleared to create. Okay, you created already. Very good. So right now we are going to perform the attack. So first of all, we need to specify the username and the file section. So what I'm going to do, I'm just coming back on my Linux. Just let me give me a second. I'm just coming here on my. Sir, can we keep both username and password in a single file? Yeah, this is also you can do Trumbugger. You can also see there's an option user pass file where you can specify the username and password by specifying a single line. You can also use this. There is no any problem. It depends on you. We are using two different files. Just I'm using two different files. You use a single file or you use a different files. So there is no any problem. Whatever you want to use, you just simply use here. Okay. So now we are going to see how we are going to create these things. Okay. Just let me open my terminal again. Just close this. Just let me open the terminal where it goes, like here. Now here. So what we are going to see, we have created all the two files right now here. The second thing, I'm going to specify the file location. So file location, I'm just simply going my test variable first. First, I need to print the working directory. What I need to do is the print the working directory. So if you type here pwd, you can see the directory name, which is home and colleague. First, you need to print this. Just simply copy this. Just simply copy this. Come to here on this. I think this is the. Just let me clear this screen. I don't want this anymore. I need to go only on. I need only these two. Yeah, I need to these two. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to specify the password file. So here you can say password. What we need to do first, we need to set, and you need to tab the information which is pass file. You set shift pass underscore file, and then you need to specify the location where the password file was available. So right now in my case the password file was available on home Kali, and then my password image is simply just come here. I'm going to see again. I want to remove this also. I don't need this. So I am going to here again. I'm just coming here again. And see, we have something like this. You can see where it go. Here we have home Kali, and we need to specify the password file. So for this home Kali pswd.txt. So I'm just simply going again here, and I'm just simply here specifying the pswd.txt, and this is my file. This is the location of where my file was stored. I'm just going to check it again, because if the location was wrong, the attack will not happen. So it is psw.txt, and it was available on home Kali. Very good. I'll set all the things. Now I'm going to again on the next thing to specify. Just let me open. I don't know why this is happening. So this was done. Just when I click here, the password was set. The psw.txt file was already set. It. Now I need to specify the second thing, which is my username file. So we need to first check set pass file. I just come here and change from pass file to user file. Just let me come here again, set user file, and then from home Kali, this will remain because both password was stored on a single place, but the name was just changed. So psw to user name dot txt, and just click here, and my both files were set. Now my password file and username file was set. Let me check it here. I want to see if it is wrong or right. I want to just check it that the username is named. Okay, it was that. So both files were set right now. Now what we need to specify the second thing. We need to specify the R hosts. So right now I need to specify the R host, which is here. So come here again, set R host. And what is our R host? Just go to my desktop and see it. So our host is right now, or our target is simply the 192.168.31, 192.168.1.131. Just put it the password. Set our host 192.168.131 dot the last I want to know dot 8 dot 8. So this is the R host. I specify the R host. Now in the last I need to specify some more. Here you see here is a verb host. 5 words whether to print out for all attempts or not. It simply tells that you want the output for or not. I want to see what was happening. So I just change the verb to true. I just need to change the verb. So I just need to type set verb to be true, which is here false. So simply choose true and press enter. So now verb is true. Now if I click again here on show option, what we get. When I click here again on show option, you can see we have set all the things. Second thing, user pass the verb was true, and now I want to see that this attack forces start for this particular target on this thing. Right now it was It will just see happening. It will just first try the mark with admin123. Credential data will not be saved. Mark admin321. So it was just doing, and it was right now a very slow. I just need to just cancel it. I need to change this. Control Shift. I just need to clear it this. I need to start it because the speed was very slow. See, now it was trying first. You can see mark Aditya, and it was giving the same result. I'm just sorry, this was happening to me. You can see we have get different results from mark user, mark MSF admin, mark auth, mark Aditya, mark Steve admin. Unless it will find the result real target, it will just giving me like this. It will say fail, and let's just see when it will give us the right result. It was just continually doing, and this is how your brute force was happening. We will get the information that which was will be true for this. So what was happening here? The username will try with different type of password list. So right now you see it will try with every password name and it will give you the results. So it will say it will try for everything. It's like Johnson admin, which is wrong. Johnson super admin, which is also wrong. Johnson user, which is also wrong. So it will try for everything, and maybe it will give you the result what will be happening. So we are just going to see what is the result we are getting. Just sorry, I'm just this A will be printed by my fault. Just let's see what we are getting. Maybe we are getting the very slow where we get the login panel. Just wait for a second, and we are going to see what is happening here. You see we get wrong. So we see we have get different type of wrong things. Why? Because see, if I open this again file, if I open the file, right now you see it will be trying for administrator, it will try for Johnson. After that, I think it will start trying for the, I don't know why this is not working. So now it will start trying for MSF admin. Right now you see it will give you the MSF admin 123. Now maybe MSF admin 321, which is the password which you set. Now when it will get MSF admin and MSF admin, it will give us the right information because this is the actual information we already know. We already know that these all the username and password was wrong for the MSF admin page or our metasploitable information because we already know the password for metasploitable is basically MSF admin and MSF admin. So we try different password and see that the brute force attack was done or not. So here what was happening? So see MSF admin was stored with like this password. Now it will get the MSF admin. See here we get the option like here. You can see we get the accurate thing. Success MSF admin, MSF admin, UID, MSF admin, GID, MSF admin, group MSF admin, and we get sometimes simply access the username. This is what happening. SSH1 open. So we have done our hack. So I think are you guys open? Just I need to clear it. I just need to hear from move. Now it was suspended. So here you can see how we are simply able to perform brute force attack on a particular target. And I've just closed it. Otherwise, the session won't open. You just open this session and try to attack this particular system. It will what it will happening. It will try to find multiple username passwords. So if we find 10 username on 10 password combination, it will give us the 10 username and 10 password combination. I think you now everyone has understand how brute force attack was actually happening and what does information and what does things you need to perform a brute force attack. Does anyone have any else doubt from the brute force attack or we go to the next step? Sir, your voice quick recap. A quick recap. Okay, a quick recap. Is my voice clear right now or it was still cutting? Is my voice lagging right now or it was still clear to all of you? Just let me. Now it's clear, sir. Okay, very good. See, actually, what was happening there? What I'm telling you again, just see when I perform brute force attack here, what was happening? Just there multiple username and passwords was created. I created first multiple username and multiple password name. Then I make a combination of username and password. and I try to attempt and try to use all the username and password on the particular system, so I will get the information. So I do nothing. I'll just try the combinations of username and passwords, which can done be automatically. This is basically a manual process. You have a login page, and you will try to attempt all login information, just same as I'm going to also do. I'm just also performing the same thing. In the reference, I use a program which can do this work more faster for me. So this is nothing. Brute force is a program which was used for trying combinations of username and password on a particular target multiple times, so it will give us a better result. So this is what actually brute force is, and nothing more. So now I think everyone is understand about brute force attack, and you will think what we are going to next. So there are five different more and six. Just let me open here. Just cut it. So what I'm going to tell you here, just cutting this. Just let me clear the screen. Now what I'm going to show you here, we have already scanned multiple options, but we have something more left. Just open me again. Just let me scan this again, which I'm going to the nmap sv 192.168.139.89. I think this is the password. Just let me check the 192.168.131.81. 131.8. What is happening after 131? After 131.89.89. If I click here, see, now if I show you the scan of the result, you will see we don't have only brute force attack. We have different attacks more. So what we are going to see, I'm going giving you a challenge to find all the five different vulnerabilities. So what we attacked, see, we already attacked these things. As you remember, we already attacked the Apache Tomcat on the starting. We find the authentication for this. We already tried this metasploitable root set bind cell. We already hacked this too. Then we have something like here. We already explored this Samba. We already explored this VSFTVD. And now we already specify this and thus also the telnet. We exploit these things. Now there are more than 5 to 6 more exploits available for every particular thing. And I need all of you to perform ethical hacking techniques, or you need to perform all the skills you learn from this point to find more vulnerabilities in this thing. So you have 2 day work, and the next 2 day I want to see that how many vulnerabilities you are able to perform. So from this 21 to TCP, there are more than 7 vulnerabilities still available. I want all of you to perform these vulnerabilities and try to find which particular service or which particular thing you are able to find it. Do you understand? You need to perform all the scans. You need to, if you want to find which particular one is available, just simply go like, for example, we don't do this ICS bind. So just simply copy this, go on search exploit first. First work is just copy the version name, go on search exploit, see that is it vulnerable or not. Simply type search exploit, then simply type here the service name. You need to do only three things and see the particular available or not. Though, so for this ICS binds, we have not any available vulnerability. Then go to again, check for the next. We have Apache HTTPD 2.2. You just copy this again, come to on search exploit and search for this. Is this vulnerability available for this particular version or not? Just remove this, copy this again. See, I'm just doing this. This is what you need to do. Again come to on again search exploit. You need to do continuously unless you find the accurate thing. So we need to go again, continue again here. I'm going to his Samba already. We have going to this from like pro ftpt 1.3.1. So I'm just copying here again here this. I'm going to say that this is vulnerable or not, so I'm just coming again. I'm again tap search exploit, just remove this site now, and now I just simply put the this, and I want to see that this was vulnerable or not. Just wait a second, why this was happening. Okay, so these see we also don't have these type of information. Just let me make a screen. I think we're done. So here you can see pro FTPD. Actually, this is the problem I'm facing. I don't know. So here you can see we have the vulnerability from 131. Here from here you can see from E02, which is RB. Here you can see we have some metasploitable files, which is Ruby, telnet IEC buffer. compromise backdoors. So we have some files in Ruby which is format exploitable, remote denial of service. I want all of you to try all types of attacks and try to find some types of attack. Maybe here you can see we have a database error like this MySQL. I want to see that this particular version is exploitable. I not just simply copy this. I again come on here. I'm again tapping on search exploit. Just remove this. Just paste clipboard. And I'm going to just do this 125. Just need to do something more here. So we here you can see we have some such as but for MySQL. So we have some types of information. We can say MySQL is like here. Now if you don't find, you just simply go to the MSF console. Just simply search MSF console. If you don't find anything on here, you don't need to stop. You just simply go close your MSF console and search on MSF console about this particular thing. Search MySQL or another thing. For example, like you need to search here for we are searching like just give me another thing from the starting. Just search MySQL 5.0, 5.0. Just starting the two names, starting the two version names. Let me show how to do. So if I search here, search MySQL, and the version name is just let me type the version name, which is 5.0. Just simply put 5.0. Just let me open this. MySQL 5.0. Just I need to simply type 5.0 and enter. And you can see I don't have any information. Oh, sorry, I just have search. Search. You can see we have some information about MySQL. We have exploits on Windows. We have exploits on Linux. I want to try all of you these all things and see what type of information you are getting. So like here you can see we have a buffer overflow SSH hello message. So if I just simply put use the second, I will just simply type use two. See what I will get. I simply choose either you use two. We will get a MySQL error, which is buffer flow, and basically you can say a hello message buffer flow, or you can say it will send multiple messages to the database. The database will be basically buffer. So you need to check what is the info. So simply choose show info. And when you show info, see here what this module exploit a stack buffer flow overflow in the YSL 1.75 and earlier implementation with MySQL less than 6.0. Means all the version which is less than 6.0 it will perform this attack by sending a specifically crafted hello packet. An attacker may be able to execute arbitrary code. So what is this happening? So we see we have something need to specify, which is basically your R host. Just simply specify. So in my case, which is R host, that see what was happening with this attack. See, sometimes you don't know what was happening with this attack unless you try. So you need to try all the attacks to see what was happening on the Metasploit board, and you need to find when you practice more and more attacks. That time you are able to understand and notice what type of attack is happening and how an attacker is able to use these attacks to get information from the users. So first of all, you need to understand how an attack will be happening. Then you will become a cybersecurity professional. So first of all, you need to understand every simple attack. Then you are able to understand how this attack will be stopped. So if I just simply change set R host and just I need to specify the R host, I'll just come here again. I just need to change the R host. Just come here again. Just copy this. And I'm just going to see what happened on here if I perform this attack. So if I just come here on set R host, just need to specify the R host. Just specify it. Just click on here. Now just simply put on here run. And I want to see what was happening here. So run, starting your TCP handler, trying target MySQL on this particular server, and see this type of something happening. I don't know. Exploit completed, but no session was created. I don't know why this was happening. Just try it again. Maybe this was not happening. So you see, we have maybe the first was not working. Second, maybe the first one will be work. Maybe the zero will be work. So you need to try all the things. If you don't find, and if you still don't find, search any other thing. Or like search MySQL. Just search MySQL, and you have some different other information. Like you have see here you have multiple MySQL exploits. First, see which is excellent. So this is excellent. See what is it was doing. You need to try every attack which has MySQL. Like you say auxiliary scanner, MySQL, retrievable directories. MySQL directory write test, MySQL file enumeration. So we have some type of information. You need to try every single thing, see what was happening. Also, if you want to perform DOS, simply search DOS, and you can see you have different modules for DOS attacks. So you can see you need to search for like Linux exploits. You need to search for exploits, but you don't find exploits. You just simply find auxiliaries. So just come here, auxiliary module. Here you can see auxiliary DOS HTTP Apache range. So this is like same thing, Apache range. We already see Apache range here. Here you can say Apache range. Here we see Apache HTTPD. So maybe on this particular website we perform the DOS. Remember, DOS was only performed on web pages. So you were able to perform DOS on this particular thing. So this particular web page which was hosting on Apache HTTPD 2.2.8 will be stopped. So you need to perform different attacks. You need to find it. There are more than 5 vulnerabilities available, and this is a challenge for you to find these 5 vulnerabilities. Try to attack us and try to make an open shell and try to access information, delete information, may simply manipulation of information. So this is the task for all of you. I want all of you to do this thing. Are you able to do it, guys? Are you able to do it, or should I tell you? This is task for all of you. Are you able to do it? This task. We will try. See, in becoming a cybersecurity experience, you need to perform multiple times experiment. You need to do multiple times because when you do with your own self, you experience it. You just make your skills more better. You just sharpening your skills. So cybersecurity and ethical hacking is like practicing every day. So when you practice every day, you will be able to understand how this was happening. Now, the second thing we are going to do is see a phishing attack. So we basically cover exploitations. Now I'm going to show you what happened when you don't find any vulnerability. See, as you all remember, what I tell you earlier classes, that ethical hacking has some steps. The first is finding info gathering, then second is finding vulnerabilities, then after we go for exploitation. But what if you don't find the information on the first place? What if, just let me give this again. Okay. So what happened if you don't find any info on the first place? What if you don't find the vulnerabilities? What if you don't get the accurate information? What if you don't able to bypass the firewall? This is also happening. So when this was happening, what we go for? We go for phishing attacks. See, phishing attacks is basically one of the most popular attacks, and it was a one attack which was happening every time. 95% data breaches was happening due to phishing attacks. Just let me come here. 95% of data breaches was happening just because of phishing attack, none than other. So phishing attack is very dangerous. 95% of data which was breached from the biggest company, or you can see from the organization or colleges or schools or even user personal data like a normal person was done by phishing. So what does a phishing simply have? So what is a phishing attack? So what is phishing basically, and why it is so dangerous? See, phishing attack was basically done on those people who is not aware about technology, who is not aware about information. As you come, if I come here and I will show you something. Suppose I want to open like this Instagram.com, Instagram login. I will come to here. If you just see this page, just open me. If you see this page, login Instagram. If you see this page, this is looking like an authentication page. But guys, do you tell me this is original or not? How can you tell me that this particular page is original or not? If this was a page, how can you tell me that this particular page is original or not? This is real Instagram.com. Do you have any ideas how you can tell or how you can see that this is the original Instagram page? This is not a phishing website. How many of you see what thing you will see and say this is a real account? This is not a fake. This is authenticated page. What is the thing which you see and say this is the authentication page? This is the real page. Can you tell me? Domain name. Very good. URL. Very good. Very good. So by seeing domain name and URL, you are able to see tell that this particular web page is original or not. But what happened, guys, if the normal people is not able to see? Because I don't think so 90% people see these things. Because here when you see it will simply say Instagram.com account.login. And by this you will say that this is a real thing. And what was actually happening? If I type a username here, simply search. So for example, like if I type a simple username, what was happened when I click on login? When I click on login, the simple first thing was happening. this username and this password was sent. What was happening? They were sent from here to Instagram server. Just opening a client server connection model, and I will show you. Then I'm able to show you client server connection model, client server connection server architecture. Just open a simple example, and you are able to understand. So if I give you a simple image, see what was happening here. See here you can see this is what just let me. So this is client side code run on the user browser and as untrusted. So see, this is a client and this is a server. Right now, my browser is a client, and I am now just opening a web page which is a code coming from server on basic server. So this browser is basically a client. See, this is a client side code run on the user browser. So this is a client side code, means which is code which was on server which was running on my browser. What it does responsible for displaying the UI or interactive. It was only responsible for two things. First, displaying the UI, which is now I'm able to see, and second is the UI responsiveness. It is responsive. Means when I click on login, it will give me some type of result. It will just not like so like nothing happens. It will just say your password is wrong or your password is right. So I need some type of information. So what is happening here again? So if I try here again, login, see what happening. So it will give me response. So this is better. It will give UI and it will also responsive. The second thing, when I search something on this, what will happen? The request will go to the server, means the username and password, and it will check for the that particular username and the password on the server and see that it is the username available. If the username is available, first it search for username, search username, and if the username is available, then it search for password. And if the username and password is both available, and the username and password which we given was true, then it will give you the login page. It will send you a login page. But if you do this wrong, what? If you do this wrong, what it will give you? It will give you a wrong statement, or it will give you that it will you are not able to log in. So basically, what happened whenever you try to connect or try to get data from server, first you just simply type your username and password. It will go to server. It will check for it authentication, and if it will find, you can say authenticate or real, it will give to permission of the account. Otherwise, it will false. So what is responsible for server? Controlling central resources, permission check, handling secret information. So this is information for resources. Sorry, this is responsible for server, and this is responsible for client. So this is what's happening. So right now, these attackers, what they do, I'll just open another image. Then I think client server architecture, phishing attack architecture. I want to show you phishing attack architecture. Phishing attack. I want to just open up. I want to show what happened in phishing attack. See, phishing attack is like this. Suppose you are an employee. This is an attacker, and this is an employee. Or suppose that this is the you can say victim. So this is a real website, and this is actually a phishing website. So what was happening? An attacker sent a link to the attack a victim. For example, I know that you guys have open Instagram. So for example, I know all of you has open Instagram regularly. I know all you have Instagram. So what I will do, I'll just simply give you a link, guys. I will just simply say that I have going to post on Instagram, or I have a trending voting pages. So I need all of you to follow me or vote me for this. So I'll just give you an Instagram login page, and you say, okay, sir is giving us, so this will be good. So you will just when I give you the Instagram page, you just simply go and you need to log in here. When you log in, you will directly to Instagram and you will just do it. There's nothing going happening, and you'll come back. And you're like, okay, this was done, nothing happened. But actually, what happening? The mail which I send you is the phishing mail. So when you open, you will open a phishing website, which will look original to real website. But when you enter here data, the data will go to two places. First, it will go to the attacker, and also it will go to the phishing website, real website. So what will happen? You will log in on two platform at the same time. First, you will log into the actual website, so you don't know actually what happening. And the second thing, you will also give me your username and password. And this is how attackers get your username, password, or your authentications by sending you an email or a phishing website link. And this is what happening on today's time. Phishing website is one of the most dangerous attacks which was happening into the even people who have knowledge about trends, technology also fall in this sometime. And there's only one way you can identify that a particular link is phishing or not, by just going here and seeing the browser. If this particular URL is like this, suppose that like this, like this, like this, then you understand that this is a phishing link. So if I click on here, this is a phishing link right now. If I click you here, we are going to another particular platform. So you can see this is like a phishing website. Now we are going to see some phishing attack tools which was used for performing phishing attacks on real time. What is the question? Just let me see the question. Did you attendance? There is attendance for you, all of you. Please fill the attendance also. So we are going to see some phishing attacks. How we are going to perform phishing attacks on our target. So let me just close my Metasploitable right now, and we are going to perform some phishing attacks right now. So just closing my Metasploitable. Just give me a second, guys. Just give me a single minute. Just give me a second, guys. So what we are going to perform? We are going to perform a phishing attack right now. So first of all, I need to log in on my Kali Linux, and we are going to see some type of phishing attacks. I don't know why this was happening. Just let me restart it once again. So we are going to see some phishing tools which was used for performing phishing attacks. And this is educational purpose. Don't try it for misuses or misinformation, miscommunication, and don't do these attacks on guiding or harming someone else. This is only for educational purpose. You need to perform this for making the security high, not making the society will weak. Okay, you need to perform these attacks on proper authorization, proper permission. After you will be able to perform these attacks. You need to perform these attacks on someone who you have don't permissions or don't have organizations access. So you need to first get the full permission or authentication, then you will be able to perform these attacks. So what is basically a phishing attack? So let me show you phishing attacks. So if I type here simply Kali and just log in my here. See, phishing attack is not only was just basically for social media, it will be for everything. It will be for Windows device, it will be for Linux, even it sometimes it will be for bank accounts, sometimes it will be for everything. Phishing account was why this phishing attack working so much. If I show you something, I image, you are going to be shocked that how much money will every year people lose due to phishing attacks. So I'm just showing you information like this phishing attack, impact of phishing attack. I'm just showing you something like this, and you are able to understand why phishing attack is so dangerous in today's time. See, as we are living on metropolitan cities this day, but there are people who live in villages and small towns. Those viewers does not have any idea about these attacks. I think I hear a news like 2 to 3 days before, and group of people stole like 83 lakh rupees from two old couples by just calling them they are from the authority or higher governor office or income tax officer. This is what they are doing. So if I show you a phishing attack impact, I think this is how you are going to understand. See, the phishing the most common cause of ransom attacks. See, 90% of phishing attack was done for ransomware. People just send you the emails and they will get your information and they will use these emails, they will use this information to ransom you. They will want some type of information and other things. They want money for some time. So phishing email was caused 54% of phishing attacks. Poor user practice or gullibility. For example, you can open anything that will be happen with lack of cybersecurity training. That's why cybersecurity training is important for every single person, not even the tech industries, but even for the small people who is not aware of this. Open RDP accesses. Sometimes you open something like clickbait. There's clickbait is always if you click on a particular link, your app address was sent. Malicious website, lost stolen user credentials. There are some websites who sells lost, stole, or you can say lost user ID and passwords on particular platform. Like on dark web, if you go on dark web, you will find people selling lost credentials information like different username IDs, different password names, different things. They sell credit cards and different other things. So these were how happening, and maximum the information which the people get is from phishing attack, not from other attacks. So right now we are also going to see a tool which was used for performing phishing attack. Just a question. I want to see a question right here. Just open me the question. So just let me here come. So we are going to see a tool. So just I'm opening the Firefox and see which type of tool we have for performing phishing attack. So if I come here again, I need to search something here. So what I need to search here, I need to search for basically phishing GitHub. Phishing GitHub. And now I'm showing you why these attacks are happening very popular. So if I come here on phishing attack GitHub, here you can see we have different type of tool which is used for performing phishing attacks. So there are different tools. Some tools may be work, some tools may be not work. Remember, there is not any chance that every tool is working. So I'm going to use a tool which is named as Next Fisher because I think this tool will be very good. So when I click on here, this is a basically phishing tool which was coded in, I think, which language? Just check me the language. It was coded in, I think, Bash. The language was coded in Bash. So what is NextFisher? So NextFisher is basically a phishing tool which is used for phishing attacks and which are used for teaching educational purposes how these attacks happen. Also, there are people who don't use NextFisher. The people who are using phishing on a very big level, they use this. They simply host websites. They simply buy domains on different names and host websites. So what I'm going to show you first, what is the installation? So just installing these are the basics command. By using this, you simply install it. So first you need to just get this single command for running a series. Just copy this command. Just come here on terminal and just simply put it. So if I just open under terminal, just open me and control shift. We are going to tool where we created all. Remember, we created a file named tools on I think desktop. I'm going to save all the tools there. So desktop. We have created ALS. We have information gathering tool. Now I'm going to just put this in here. Phishing tools. I'm creating a directory again. mkdir phishing tools. And if I click here now, I have this directory. I'm just going to navigate to this directory. Just copy it, and I'm going to do this on this particular directory. So every tool which I created was stored on a particular place. Just make me clear the screen. I'm just going to use this single command to post it. Remember, now what this just wait a second, I need to put it and then I will tell you what this command is simply means and what is the terms here. Let's just let me open here and put this command here just simply like this. So now we have something here. So first is what is apt update apt install git y git clone. So see, you don't need to install these two things because it simply update and install git in your particular operating system if it doesn't have. If you have, you don't need to do this. So you just simply wait a second. You just simply need to remove this. You don't need to use these things because this is not necessary for us. So I'm just going to simply what I do. I'll just simply going to remove these things because I don't need these. Now the second thing is git clone. This is basically used for copying this particular tool from git. After we just navigate to cd next fisher, then we just click on a bash setup which is used for setup the tool and just use the next command which is bash next fisher. And if you don't understand, we are going to do it for just for you in a single click. This is what happening in a single command. But if you want to learn from scratch, then you can just simply go like this. I'm just going to do this from scratch for you so you can understand it more better. And this is for those who already understand about Linux very much, who use Linux. And you can see we use exclamatory mark, so every command will execute after the first command done. And if you don't understand this, you just simply here, simply go to code, just copy the code, come again on Linux browser, on Linux, just simply type here git clone, which is used for cloning this particular thing. Just paste it and just click on here. Now cloning into next feature, it was just simply cloning, and let's see what we get. it was just doing. It was just taking a little bit time. It was a little bit long package. I think it will be taking a time a little bit. Just give me some moments. It was just turning. Next Fisher was a big tool. I'll just give you the link so you can also able to download the Next Fisher tool, which tool I'm going to show. I think your voice is not clear. Is my voice is right now clear or not? Is my voice breakable right now, Himanshu Verma? Is my voice breaking or it is clear? Yes, sir. Okay. Just let me open something. I'm just giving you the link. So here you can download this tool, Next Fisher, and also you are able to download this tool on your PowerShell, but you need to install multiple things for that. So Next Fisher, GitHub. And you click on here. Just this tool here. From here you will find this particular tool. I'm sharing you the link of this particular tool on the chat box. Say this is the tool where you can find it. Just from this link you will be able to find this particular tool. Now just let me see that my tool was completed. Now it was now completed, and now I'm going to see what was happening here. So just let me open this tool again. I'm just going to open it again, like, so just give me time. So the next thing is you need to navigate to the tool. So if I click on here ls, we have name. I'm just clicking on cd next fisher. Next Fisher. If I click on here, right now I'm on Next Fisher tool. Now I need to configure this tool a little bit, so it will run for some work for me. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to see what type of file it has. See, you can see it has a file like here setup. So first of all, I need to set up this file. For this, what I need to type here is like bash dot setup. Bash setup. Just let me give me a second. Bash setup. I need to set up this file. For this, I need to type bash, then setup. Just simply setup. And if I click here, right now, oh, I think this is some permission denied. Are you root? This was happening certain sometimes. This thing will be not any problem. I'm just going to see that if this cause a problem, I need to install this tool on root mode. Setting up the environment. The environment was setting right now. It will just take a little bit time, a longer time. Here you can see this is advanced version tool with 30 plus time by HR Tech, which was developed by HR Tech company, and this is the version. Installation completed. Now we are going to use this tool. For this, we need to type here bash next session. So I'm going to type here bash next fisher to see that what happened. So next fisher, PHIL fish, and if I click here, see we have opened this tool. Just let me do this. I think this is not visible. Just let me come here. I want to change the looks of terminal. Preference. I think maybe black on light yellow. No. I think choose something different. Dark green on black. Yeah, this is it. Apply. Now this is will be able to see. Just make the screen clear. Clear the screen. Now if I just opening here, Control Shift plus, I'm going to show you again. So if I ls, the tool was in my thing desktop, cd desktop, I need cd. I want to go to the, I think it was 11 fishing tool. I want to see first ls fishing tool sd. So just simply copy this. If I put here cd, now I think if I open here, now you can see we have the next fisher tool. So first I need to navigate to next fisher. For this, I'm just simply type cd next fisher. Next, just let me see the name again. I don't want to do mistake. cd next fisher. Right now, if I click here ls, we have see the nx fisher tool, and this is what we are going to use this. What I'm going to use this, I'm just simply type bash, because this is a tool which was coded in bash or shell programming language. That's why using bash language. So if I type bash, then I type next nex fisher bash next fisher dot sh. Just like, sorry, I just need to type bash next fisher only, not sh. So here you can see we have opened this tool, and it will say next feature level version. This advanced fishing tool with 30 plus template by HRT. Is it visible to all of you guys, or should I change the view? Is it visible, or should I change the view? Is it visible to all of you, or should I change the screen view for all of you? Should I change the screen view, or are you able to see this? Yes, visible. Very good. So we have the fishing tool right now here. So this is basically an Excel tool. Here you can see we have different options which was used for performing various tools attacks. So what I'm going to show you, I'm going to show you a simple trick. For example, I'm going to show you a tool like for Spotify. So how these tools actually happen? See, these tools are very dangerous because these tools does not require too much technical knowledge to run. These are very simply to run. You just simply need to install this tool and see. If I want to get access from some, want to send a suspicious link for Spotify, I just need to choose a number where Spotify is specified. So on 18. Now, right now, it will be asked me for something. So now here you can see this is a technical or teaching tool. It is not an actual tool. This is a technical or teaching tool. That's why you are getting this type of information. Here you can see we have got like localhost, which is not useful for if you perform attacks on targets which was not in your connector, like some friends. When you use ngrok, it will be sometime work, it will sometime not work. Servo currently downs. Local expose needs what we say just simply needs your IP addresses, and localhost run also need those things. So I'm going to use the localhost. So if I type here simply localhost 01, now it was initializing. So right now successfully initializes this particular thing. So what I'm going to see here, it will say like HTTP like 127. I'm coming into in my browser. I'm using on browser because it was also my connected to net. Now I'm going to here and type this particular thing. So HTTP. Then what was this again? I'm just coming back and see that HTTP hyphen double two slash double two slash 127 dot 0 and the next thing is on which port this service was running. It was running on 001.555. Okay, very good. 0001 on 555. 1 2 3 4 5. Is this wrong, right, or right, wrong? I'm just want to check it again. 0001. Yeah, this is right. Now if I click on here, guys, see what happening. If I click on here, just like this, that connect. Why this is happening, I just don't know. This was not running. I think this is a local host. What message? Then Fisher have more fat users. Yeah, this is also happening. Sometimes this tool is not working. I'm just not able to open this particular site right now. I don't know why. Is this I'm writing the wrong username or something else? I just want to see this thing. HTTP. Just let me copy this. I want to paste it here. Just let me do this again here. 127.0.0.1 double slash. No, I don't need to just simply come here. I want to just open it on my Firefox and see what happens. I just simply open this on my Firefox. So if I just simply open this on Firefox, see what happens. Just open this on Firefox. Open link. Now I'm just simply opening this link in my Firefox browser because I think it is not open right now. There is some problem, guys. Due to some problem, I'm not able to open that. Is my voice also lagging right now? Is my voice still lagging, or it was clear to all of you? I don't Firefox. But the Firefox you must close. Okay. I think there's a problem I'm facing right now. Just give me a second. I just need to reset this. I just need to restart it again. I think there is a problem. Just give me a second. I think after this I'm able to do this, solve this problem. Just give me a second, guys. I need to open it again. There's a problem. I don't know why I'm facing this thing. Just give me a second. It will open. Just let me type it here. Kali again. Kali. Just opening this particular website. I'm facing this. I think I have opened multiple tabs already. Also, I need to close this. There's a message we get. Suraj convert done. Suraj, I think you have already done this attack. Very good if you've done it. Right now my Linux is sometimes lagging very much high this time. I don't know why this is happening for me. Just need to open a terminal right now here. Just give me a second, guys. I need to first. I think I need to shut down it. Then I try to start it again. Next session. Yeah, very good, Sureshwar. I think you have already done this too. Very good. Just let me do this again. For right now, my system. Actually, my Linux was lagging a little bit. That's why I'm facing this problem. Nothing more. Just I'm facing this problem because my Linux operating system was lagging right now. Just give me a second, guys. I think this was still running. I need to power off this machine. Okay. Now I start it again. Detachable start. Okay, now it was done. See, sometimes when you face problem like this, you need to start like de-attachment to start. Sometimes it will not look very good. So you need to do de-attachment to start. Sometimes it will give you the best results. If you are still facing the lagging problem. Right now I open multiple terminals. That's why I'm facing this type of problem. Also, I'm using a video conferencing. This was take too much RAM of my laptop. That's why this was the problem I was facing sometime. Just let me open login here. Just let me type in my username, Kali. Just opening the Linux operating system. I don't know why this was happening right now here. Just give me a single minutes. I think after this it will be open. Just let me. Okay. Now I think it was done. So I'm opening a terminal here. Open a terminal. And now what I'm going to do. Is my screen clear to all of you? Yeah, I think it was clear and screen off. So I'm going to just simply go to the tools. So I'm just using the first I'm going to navigate next feature. I need to go to the first CD fishing tools. Then I will go to the CD next feature. Then I'm just using the just make the screen bigger. Just let me. So I think this was not happening. So I'm just going to use a tool which is bash next fisher. Next fisher. If I just simply type here. Now I want to use anything. For example, I want to use the pitch or for example Snapchat 13. So if I just simply type here 13, I don't know localhost. I want to use the localhost. Simply creating this host particular. Now I'm just want to open this particular host. Just let me open this. Open link. Just let me see this. Just let me. Now here you can see I have opened this particular website on Firefox, and if I here you can see we have created the Snapchat account name. So it will just simply ask for me the login name and password for Snapchat. You can see it was same as look like the Snapchat actual website. And I need to log in here. So when I simply log in here, I just simply put in type of username, and then when I give a password like this, anything, and when I click here on login, see what happened. Don't save. So see what was actually happening. I'm going to Snapchat request password. So where I'm sent to the reset password section, and when I come here on my Linux terminal system, just let me clear this. I don't know why this is happening for me. Just let me give me a second, guys. This was something I'm frustrating too much. Here you can see we have get the information. We have get the account, we have get the passwords, and we have get it save on log Snapchat logs. So we will simply just do the attacks, and we will find. Just let me exit me from here. I just don't want to use this tool anymore. Zoom out. Just I don't know why this was happening with me right now. Continue running power of the serve of this machine. Just so you as all of you see, we are simply able to Vamish, what you are saying. Yeah, you are also able to find the things. Yeah. So when we use these tools, we simply able to find the information about the particular target. What we simply do, we just simply use this tool. I'm going to show you again this tool because there's something problem I'm facing right now with my line. I'm going to show you this tool again. Just give me a second. It will take less than a minute. So just give me a single second. I'm just opening. Today this is the problem I'm facing right now. I don't know why this was happening continuously with me. So as you all see, what was happening in the phishing attack? Let me explain it. The theory part, then just open and see. So what was happening in the theory in the attack was simply basically when we click on a link, a suspicious link, we open to a authenticated website. It was look like it was real. But when we simply click on logging, what was happening? We just simply send our data to the hacker, and the hacker uses our data to steal our information. Phishing links are sometimes suspicious, and our today's generation, today's system, and the system security will be very high. Maximum operating systems and the phone has the sufficient storage and information to identify these phishing links. And when they identify these phishing links, they will simply block this thing. So 90% of operating systems and other things have the full functionality of accessing and finding these phishing links. So they will be simply able to find those things and they will simply stop it. Anti-phishing software is also available on your phones. If you open any phishing link on your phone, on the Android 14 phone, sometimes you will see what type of information you are getting. You will see you will get information like this particular software or this particular system was not able to open right now. You will get this type of information. This is because these tools are very dangerous. So if I open you again this tool, just like open my terminal again here, I don't know why this was happening. Just let me make it a zoom in, control plus plus, control shift. Now I think it is able to see. Just let me use this tool again. First I need to see the phishing tools. I'm going to the next fisher. If I use the tool again, so right now if I use something different, for example, right now I'm going to use like for example Facebook. So if I just simply click on here on Facebook, just see I want to traditional login page, just simply click on login page. Here I want to use the local host and it will start initializing. So right now my link was created. So if I just open this link, just see what happened. It will simply open a same pages. What these phishing tool happen? See, these phishing tool created login pages of every popular website. So right now there's a I think CSS problem. That's why we see this type of thing. Just let me close this. A CSS problem. This is a CSS problem. That's why you are able to see this because my network was not able. That's why we are not able to load the CSS right now. That's why you see this thing. So what these phishing tools happen? They have all the login page of the particular platforms, and when we open, they will simply open that particular page. And when you enter something like, for example, here it just say that enter email. So if I enter something like in this email section, see, I don't know why this was not working. Just let me just. I think it is here we are. Sorry guys, this was done. I think there's a problem with my system. That's why I'm just facing this problem again. So you can see here we found the IP address and the victim IP. But sometimes you will also get the information about the particular target. I'm just opening this again. Just let me open this again. Maybe this time I'm able to find something. Just open this link again. Maybe this time I'm able to perform this scan. This again login pages. These are CSS. That's why we are facing this time CSS or not. So I think I'm not able to use the passwords here. Sorry guys, I think I'm not able to right now to enter the passwords right now because there is some problem. But here we can see we have find the victim IPs and different other things. So this is what happening. A phishing tool is basically a tool which was used for sending suspicious or malicious link to the target. And when the target open these links, they open the authenticated real websites. They look like real websites, but they are not actually real websites. They are fake websites which was created for identifying and hacking the particular system. They were simply created for finding the vulnerabilities, and it will be sent to the people who don't have knowledge. A phishing website usually don't send to the people who have technical knowledge. It was basically used to send for the people who don't have technical knowledge. Like phishing attacks was basically done in the states like you can say Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Assam, you can say Mizoram, not a proper Mizoram, not proper Assam, not proper UP, not proper Bihar. The area, some areas in these states like Maharashtra, every state has performed these attacks. But the top state on the phishing attacks in India is basically UP, Bihar, Assam, Mizoram. And which people are basically the target? The people which belong to the lower, you can say the people which belong to the, you can see the at the bottom of the undeveloped area, like the people who belong to the villages, like the people who belong to the small town which don't have development. So these are the people who faces these types of attacks. The scammers use their not knowing information to attack them and to get more information about them. So that's why we need to be aware about the phishing attacks, to how we can stop these phishing attacks, how we can get ourselves more stronger with these phishing attacks. And there are also some way we can going to see how we can simply create a software which simply block all the phishing attacks. If a phishing link will come to us, we are going to see how we can simply able to block the phishing request, and we are not going to open the phishing attack. So this is all for today. In tomorrow classes, I'm going to show you some different attacks, and we are going to see how we block phishing attacks, how we block different types of attack, and how we configure firewall to make our firewall more stronger. And for today, there are some problems I'm facing with my Linux operating system. That's why I'm not able to do the last practical, which I'm also going to complete on the next session. So that's for all. We will meet on tomorrow classes.
Yeah, sure, sir. Thank you. Yeah, so students, I hope you all mark your attendance. So we are winding up for the day. We'll meet again by tomorrow at 7 p.m. Thank you all for joining. Good night.